Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Prison Architect. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because I'm certainly excited to be back. Things are going pretty well at the moment. Things are going very well at the moment, actually, other than the occasional shower head or toilet that gets flagged up as not having enough water. So to fix that, I'm basically going to go ahead and bring a bunch of these pipes straight through here, just so we can see if it maybe helps a little bit, just to get a little bit more water flow through all of these areas here. So that'll hopefully do some good for us. We could actually probably go ahead and just do that sort of thing as well, and that sort of thing, and that sort of thing as well. So we'll go ahead and get that all done to hopefully fix some of our problems. We could probably go ahead and do this as well to fix the issue in the showers. And I believe last time, or in the previous 4 episodes, because the previous 4 episodes were all recorded in one sitting, just FYI. Well, we did a lot of things. We did a whole lot of things. We got these yards in here. We got the path around the prison. I think we got visitation. We did a lot. We did a lot of things in 4 episodes that I'm quite happy with. Of course, we expanded the prison as well. And today, I'd like to continue that. I would very much like to continue that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and say, let's demolish this entire stretch of wall right here. So all of that needs to go, and that's actually going to be quite high priority. And I have good reason for this. I have very good reason for this that you're about to see. We're going to go to paving stones here, and we're going to say, once this wall's demolished, we want to go 5. And we want to go straight up as far as we can go, which is there. And we want to go 5. And you know what? We'll actually not do that just yet. We'll go up to there. There's a reason we're going up to there. In fact, I'll tell you what, we are going to do a little bit here. We're going to go 5. And we're going to go to about there. So that should absolutely work. We'll go ahead and get that built kind of soon, hopefully. Hopefully kind of soon we can get that built. I'm also going to go to planning, because we have some work to do with this. I want to go up to, let's see, I believe we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the top there, and straight across. And we're going to do a wall straight up there. We're going to do a wall straight up to there. And what we're also going to do is a wall straight up from there, going across as well. And this is going to be room for, not visitation, don't know why I wanted to say visitation. This is going to be room for showers, a canteen, a kitchen, and a common room for each of these 3 spaces. And the way I want to do that is by putting a corridor right there that comes across like this, and a corridor right there that goes up and meets it, a corridor right there as well. And then over here, we're actually going to extend a little bit further, and the corridor is going to go right there. Now, this corridor along the top is actually going to be staff only. So this is going to be a means for staff to sort of move along the top area here and just get around a little bit. And these areas in here are actually going to be for prisoners. So let's do this, and then a wall. And that is going to be room for showers, basically. What we can do with those walls in the middle of the room is exactly what we did down here. We can get some extra shower heads in there, and it should generally be a grand old time. This next space is going to be for canteens. So we're going to go across just like so. And then what I'm going to do is actually have some fairly small kitchens on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some fairly small kitchens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for our cooks to work out of. And then this extra room is going to be a common room. And that's how this space is going to work. So for the showers, we'll get some doors right in the middle there. The canteen can have some doors like so, and we'll put some at the top as well, just because it looks kind of neat. So dot the doors all around that. And the common room can have its door right there, and all of this is actually going to be quite secure. All of this is going to be... That's going to have door servos. It's going to have everything it's going to need. And then the kitchen entrances are going to be up in this top corridor. Because like I said, that's going to be completely staff only. Now, what we need to do at this point is go in and say... remove the walls here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll get those out of there. And what I can do is go back to these paving stones and go like this. Bring it the whole way across. Go 5 by 5. Bring this the whole way down here. And we're going to just start by outlining this entire area. That's pretty much my goal right here. Outline the entire area, make it look good. And let's also go ahead and just dismantle the phone booths that are slightly in the way there. So we'll get those all out of there. We'll get the paths in so that we can keep the path going on all of this. And the good thing is that it means we no longer have a shared canteen. And we're no longer going to have to worry about anything going on there. And we're going to have 3 canteens for the same number of prisoners, which to me seems like, well, it seems like a good thing. Now, while these guys are up here working, I'm going to go ahead and say, let's remove all of the objects in this yard down here. And let's go ahead and say that we're going to put some brick foundations in there as well. And that it is no longer a yard. And I think what we can also do is actually go to deployment here. Because what we want to do is make sure that there is going to be no one in the yard. We don't need someone in there. We just straight up don't need anyone in the yard. We can continue to patrol it as per usual. We do have a patrol zone going through there. But right now, we don't need anyone patrolling it because it's not really anything major. What's going on down here? Oh, wow. We've got someone dead. Hello. So, Warren Doney has just killed someone. I believe. He's just killed Gareth Hornick, who was a snitch and ex-law enforcement. Well, that's a bit rough. That is definitely a bit rough, but, you know, we got the guy, sort of. We've got 2 people going down here. What is this? So let's see, what are you in for? So you murdered someone, and I guess you might have already been there. So let's have a look at logistics while we're here. Or sorry, intelligence. So the murderer is now a potential CI, which is kind of interesting. We don't actually have confidential informants, so you are going to become an informant. But you are still going into... We can do permanent solitary. Interesting. Okay. Oh, wow. This guy's in for 57 years right now. He's got 2 counts of murder. Good lord. Wow, I did not actually know we had that. Tell you what I'm gonna do. Just thinking about that, because I've just realized we have this big empty space down here, and I was thinking we could do a big staff canteen with it, but I've got a better idea. I have a much, much better idea for what this room can be. It's gonna be execution, is what it's gonna be. We're gonna have a big old execution chamber. Right there. So we need... It needs to be indoors. It needs an electric chair. So, electric chair. It's 5,000. It can go... I don't know where it can go. What if we throw it right there? We'll go to rooms and we'll say... You know what? We'll get the chair in there first. Let's get the chair in there first. And then let's go to materials and... Let's see, so 1, 2, 1, 2, right there, basically, is where I want a wall, because I'd like to say no more room there. So that's going to be execution. We'll get the chair. We'll get... I don't know, what do we want to do here? What do we want to do? I kind of want to, get a large window. A little bit grim, I know, but... I kind of want to get a window on that. I'm also thinking that maybe A large jail door down here. Something a bit like that. And maybe we should double this up, actually. So maybe something like this. And we'll do a large jail door there with, I think, a regular door there. So we'll get that all built. It is going to be a pretty grim room. But it's not really supposed to be a pleasant room, so I guess that's all right. Let's go ahead and bring electrical cable in here. This guy, this is potentially going to be a disaster. I don't know if we have enough electricity to make this work. I really don't. Really don't know if we have enough electricity to make this work. That could be rough. I don't think we can do more capacitors either. So, we might very well be about to short everything out because of a lack of power. Just anytime we try and execute someone, we might end up just running out of electricity. That's gonna be a whole thing, is what that's gonna be. Let's go ahead and lock these doors open for the time being anyway. So that my guards can get through there. Let's go ahead and get some floors in here as well. We'll go for ceramic. I think pretty much the whole way through there. I think we'll go for marble in here. And I think we'll go for white tiles just leading up to it. So there we go. Those door servos are in. Let's get them connected, even though we're already having issues with the servos. Don't need to lock those open anymore, though, which is nice. So there we go. Why don't we have power in there? Because we don't. Great. Let's get that in. And let's also get those windows that I wanted. Let's get the large window there. We'll get a small window next to it. And I guess a few chairs, just something like that. So there we go. I feel like this is a thing you do need next to execution, right? Like that is a thing. I think. I really don't know. Oh, did we just lose? No, we didn't lose power. We just have fog of war in here. Fair enough. We also are having a little bit of trouble getting all of this built due to how slow the door controls are, but that's alright. I think we can make door control faster at some point. We're gonna need... Actually, we have this system. Hold on a minute. Clear connections and clear connections. And connect you to there and there. There we go. So that should go a lot faster if we just prioritize all the jobs. There we go. So they can all get in there now, which is good. And I guess technically we now have execution, right? That's technically a thing. So what can we do with that? So who's the guy that killed 2 people? Who's the guy that's in here? You're in here for 92 years. Can we execute you? Is that a thing? Can we send you to death row? I actually have no idea how we'd actually do that. I really don't. I've no clue. I mean, electric chair, switch on. Oh, we haven't maxed out, which is well, we've pretty much maxed out, but we haven't gone too crazy on it. How would I send someone to death row then? Does it have to be death row appeal? No, that's not what I'm looking for. I don't want them appealing it. Policy. So if you murder someone, no, just solitary. Okay. Can we look at policy and say if you murder someone you go to... No, you don't go to death row either. Maybe we just have to bring people in. Or maybe we just have to do more legal prep or something like that. I don't know. I genuinely don't have a clue. Where you send your prisoners to die. Yeah, that's about accurate. I don't know if I'm missing anything else, though. I really don't, so I'm just not gonna worry unless I can be like, hey, you're going to death row. No? No. And Supermax isn't an option either. What about deployment? Death row only. There we go. So only death row prisoners into execution. And still seems like I can't actually like queue anyone up for death row. Which is really strange to me. That's really weird. I just don't know how we would do that. Do I need a death row holding cell? Maybe I do. Let's find out. So if we go to brick wall across there, we can go to objects and jail door. We can say rooms, holding cell there. And we can say deployment. We'll hold off on that. So let's get this all built. We can also throw a door servo there and get that built. And the holding cell needs a toilet and a bench. So what we'll do is go and say the bench can go over here. The toilet can go, I guess, behind a bit of brick wall or something. So the toilet can go back there. And we can throw a bed just there and there. And that'll be death row. And that'll be, well, kind of grim, to tell you the truth. Kind of grim. In fact, very, very grim. Let's get all that installed, though. And let's also connect you to that door servo. There we go. Alright, so that's all going in. There are no canteens accessible by this cell. Prisoners in this cell will have nowhere to eat. That's fine. Let's look at deployment. Let's say death row only. So there we go. We now have a death row holding cell. Does that mean I can say go to death row? No. Huh. I need to look this up. Okay, so death row prisoners are on trial for a death sentence, after which they're either put into high risk or they'll be executed. Alright, so every prisoner in death row has a chance of clemency. Okay. When the player presses the schedule execution button on the screen, a menu will appear. Okay, yeah, whatever. So basically we can't do death row currently. We can't just kill someone, which is fair enough, honestly. That kind of makes sense. I also read that these chairs actually have to be in the execution chamber. So that's kind of grim, honestly, but we'll do it. We'll get the chairs in there. That's fine. Let's also go ahead and say we want to dismantle that door, because we don't really want it there anyway. And we can also go to materials and say, again, ceramic just there. So let's just prioritize all of that, and I guess go to programs and go to death row appeal. So this is led by an appeals magistrate in a parole office, I suppose. We can start that, and we can actually look at our schedule and see what's going on. So the death row appeal can be there, basically. We can do that kind of thing. I don't know if that means we can now send people to be, on death row, as it were. No. I guess we'll maybe have to open things up to death row prisoners. Is that a thing? Like if we were to look at intake and say death row? We'll bring in some death row if we ever get one. I don't see why not. Although technically we don't have anywhere to put them other than the holding cell, which is a bit awkward. So maybe we get rid of the holding cell and instead we do some regular cells. So let's go to demolish walls. Let's go to dismantle objects. And again, let's just prioritize all of that. Let's also go to brick wall and get that in there. And that should all work out. We can turn that into 2 death row cells at some point. And that's okay. I'm kind of in I sound like I'm in a hurry for death row. I am to one degree. Just because I've never actually done it in a prison before, but I'm also, you know, I just kind of want it. What can I say? I kind of want to get death row in there. Let's also go ahead and get our paths in here, because this whole area looks a little bit awful right now. It's a little bit spotty in terms of the paths. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's prioritize all of that work. And then over here, what we can do is go to quick build and maybe a luxury cell. Maybe we do a luxury cell. That doesn't seem like the worst idea. I think we will. I think we'll do a luxury cell for death row. That seems like a nice thing to do, you know? That seems like a nice thing to do. So we'll get that done as soon as we can. The path is actually looking pretty good up here. I realize I think it's going to need to come in one, because I don't think I can do my fence up here. No, I can't. So what we're going to do is go up that way. We're going to go straight across. This is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and straight up to there. And we need to go with the paving stones straight across here. So all that needs filled up. Oh, someone's dead. Hello. Again? Really? Another snitch? Ay, ay, ay. Well, I mean, did we get the person that did it? Did you do it? Yeah, you murdered someone. All right, well, off to solitary with you there, bud. You've only got yourself to blame. You have only got yourself to blame. So we still got this holding cell here. I actually need to remove that. Don't really want a holding cell anymore. And if we could prioritize all of this, that'd be great. I'd very much like to see this luxury cell actually completed. That'd be kind of nice. Gonna be honest, it'd be I think it'd be a nice way to do things for the death row prisoners, you know? I think it would be a nice way to do things. I'm also thinking we have enough money. Let's go ahead and get the foundations in there. And let all those guys go nuts with just the massive amount of construction they're going to have to do up there. Oh, the cell's actually done. Beautiful. Okay. So that is going to be... I kind of want the cell to be death row only. Like, only the cell. Can we lock that? There we go. So if I go to deployment, death row only. Is this is in a staff only area, isn't it? Yeah. Interesting. Can I say then that this is sort of access only, but maybe technically death row only as well? So something like that. So it's technically now a death row only cell. So technically, if we ever have someone on death row, they have a cell to go to. That seems like the way to do things, as far as I'm concerned. It is a little annoying that I can't just be like, hey, you're going to death row. That is a little bit annoying. I'd like to be able to do that. But whatever. Let's have a little look at intelligence then, because we have you, who can actually be an informant for me, and we have you as well. And I think what we'll do is go ahead and activate you. Just to see, you know, what information we can get from you. As for up here, this is actually going super quickly, which is amazing to see. I'm really, really pleased to see how quick this is going. Obviously, down here could probably use some kind of guard patrol, to tell you the truth. So I think what I'm going to do is go to deployment, go to guard patrols, and say, let's have a guard that patrols these corridors down here. So something a bit like that. And we'll put maybe, I don't know, 3, 4 guards on it. I think 4 guards on it is probably alright. And we'll have them sort of come into execution, have a little look around, make sure everything's alright there. Come up this way. You have a look at the cells. Check the kennels as well. We can check the morgue. We can check the armory. We'll just sort of have them wander about down there and make sure everything is properly secure. That seems like a good idea to me. That seems like the way to go. As for up here, it looks like they're about halfway done with it, which is great. The fence is still not done, though. The fence is slowly going in, which is all right. I will say, I think this is going to look so good. Again, just having that massive walkway around the whole prison. I'm actually really excited about that. I'm also thinking might be an idea to get our large jail doors in here so that we can, you know, have that little bit of security in here that we're going to need. We can throw one there as well, throw one there, and throw one there. And again, just sort of prioritize absolutely everything there. Just to make sure it actually gets done. Oh, hold on a minute. Can we prioritize moving that garbage? Can we please prioritize moving that garbage? Because that is technically just open. That is technically just open for prisoners to escape from right now. And I'm not really a fan of that. So maybe what I should do, and maybe what I will do, is go to materials, go to fence, and we'll do this sort of thing. Just to, you know, stop people from escaping. So a couple of doors there. We'll do a couple of servos there. We'll come down this way. We'll do a large jail door there with a servo there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually connect this up. This might be enough to overload the power. But we're going to get all of that done. There we go. So we'll get all of that done. We'll get the fences in and just sincerely hope for the best. If it overloads the power, we have a major problem, to be completely honest. So we'll just have to, again, really, really hope for the best. Wait, have I just prioritized exports over? I think I've just prioritized exports over over construction. Well, that's kind of awkward. That's all sorts of awkward. That is not a good thing. Also, in here needs some more pavement. Let's go ahead and get some, do we want to do paving stones? Let's do concrete tiles, just to be a little bit different. Do some nice concrete tiles in there, see how that works out. Still really nervous about this bit of garbage lying around, though, guys. If you guys wouldn't mind just getting that out of there. Because they are about to go for breakfast. Hold on, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Emergencies, riot police, go, stand there. If you wouldn't mind. So just in case someone tries to escape, like this guy thought about it, we, you know, things are kind of secured on there, basically. If someone tries to make a break for it, things are gonna be nice and secure. And then down here, they'd have to run the whole way around, so that's fine. I'm just nervous. That's what can I say? I'm nervous that they're gonna try and make a break for it here. Oh, we had prisoner intake today. Didn't even realize. I think the fences are actually in now. Yeah, they actually are. Okay, well, you guys can leave then. It's a bit awkward. Let's just have them run off, I suppose. Although looking at this, like the way the fence is done there is a bit weird, I'll admit. It is definitely a bit weird. Oh, this is closed as well. That timing, though. That timing actually wound up being kind of perfect. All right, not bad. Let's get these door servos connected then. So we want to connect you and you so that those can be opened. We'll connect you as well. And that means that, have you been released? Oh, we had 2 of them released. Not bad. Of course, they leave through the morgue, which is a bit weird, but, you know, not bad.